This is News Hour on Ifako Radio. Good morning, I'm Olanireti, Ololade. The major headlines. Recapitalization. 20 banks race to escape CBN hammer. 30 billion naira relief. Oyo cries politics as Eda drags Makinde to EFCC. INC protests over Fubara impeachment plot. Thailand-based Nigerian fleeing drug trafficking trial arrested. Sports. Morocco fans stunned, disappointed as Senegal win African title. Eagles earn 3.5 billion naira in AFCON prize pool. Entertainment. Family cancels burial plans for gospel singer Omije Ojome. News in detail. Recapitalization. 20 banks in race to escape CBN hammer. Banks are revving up multi-layered strategies as the banking recapitalization draws down to its final and most decisive phase. With barely 52 working days to the deadline for banks to meet new capital requirements, many are narrowing down their options with more focus on snap private equity and a shift along the banking categorization line. Ahead of the March 31 deadline, Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Olayemi, in his last public update on the capitalization program, confirmed that 16 banks have met their new capital requirements. He also indicated that 27 other banks were raising funds. Deputy Governor, Economic Policy (CBN), Dr. Mohammed Abdullahi, who spoke a few days ago, said not less than 20 banks have met the new capital requirements. Abdullahi's comments came on the heels of recent confirmations by United Bank of Africa, Fidelity Bank, and First Bank that they have met their new capital requirements after final clearance of their latest capital reasons. Nigeria currently has 44 deposit-taking banks across various license categories. 30 billion naira relief. Oyo cries politics as Eda drags Makinde to EFCC. The Human and Environmental Development Agenda has petitioned the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission over alleged diversion, misapplication, and criminal breach of trust involving the 30 billion released by the federal government to the Oyo state government in the aftermath of January 2024 Bodija explosion in Ibadan. The petition signed by EDA chairman Mr. Olanireti and addressed to the EFCC chairman Mr. Ololade queried the status of the fund released for the compensation of explosion victims, reconstruction, and emergency relief. In the petition dated January 5, 2026, the group expressed concern that only about 4.5 billion naira intervention funds were reportedly applied to relief and compensation for victims, while the FG 30 billion naira remained largely unaccounted for. The organization is concerned that only about 4.5 billion naira intervention funds were reported applied to relief and compensation for victims, while the entire 30 billion naira remains largely unaccounted for, the petition read. They had furor in the public space after a former Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Ayodele Fayose, during a national television interview, raised the alarm over the FG's release of 50 billion naira to the Oyo State government as intervention funds for the explosion victims and old Bodija reconstruction. The Oyo State government had acknowledged receipt of the FG funds, but clarified it received 30 billion naira, which it said remains untouched until it gets the balance of 20 billion naira. INC protest over Fubara impeachment plot. The Joint National Congress says the people of Rivers State are against the impeachment of Governor Siminalayi Fubara, warning the State Assembly loyal to ex-Governor Nyesom Wike to shelve the plan. Similarly, the Rivers State Elders and Leaders Council strongly condemned the Martin Amuele-led State House of Assembly over its ongoing impeachment proceedings against Governor Fubara and his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odu. The groups warned that the move is likely to fail and accused lawmakers of pursuing selfish interests under the guise of constitutional procedure. The INC described the impeachment as an exercise in futility, criticizing lawmakers, particularly those of the Joy extraction, who publicly supported the process despite Governor Fubara being one of their own. Thailand-based Nigerian fleeing drug trafficking trial arrested. A Thailand-based Nigerian, Ukoma Jepta Nusbech, has been arrested after allegedly fleeing an ongoing trial over his involvement in a drug peddling case in the Kopa Ngan area of the country. This was learned from a report obtained from the Thailand news website on Sunday that Zumbech was rearrested on January 14 following a tip-off regarding his whereabouts. According to the report, the suspect was first arrested in March 2025 after he allegedly sold 25.71 grams of cocaine to an undercover police officer. He was, however, released on bail pending his appearance in court, but instead of honoring the court summons, he allegedly went into hiding and continued dealing in drugs. The report noted that during his rearrest, exhibits such as suspected cocaine, a mobile phone and cash were recovered from him. Sports. Morocco fans stunned, disappointed as Senegal win African title. Moroccan fans walked out of Prince Maouli Abdallah Stadium in the capital Rabat in utmost despair as Senegal stunned the hosts in Sunday's African Cup of Nations final in an extra-time thriller. Many of the Atlas Lions supported had always begun leaving the stands before the final whistle on a cold and wet night in Rabat. We cried in the final against Tunisia in 2004, and tonight the same scenario repeats itself. That's very hard to take, said Ismail Karaj, 30, speaking moments after the final whistle. At a cafe in central Rabat, Houston, with Moroccan flags, the loss came as a major blow. Still, Morocco lost with their heads held high, said Laila Borisma. The defeat leaves us with bitterness, but our players gave everything. Omaima Mobokuru said Morocco showed beautiful football throughout the tournament, adding, the players were excellent, we salute them, and we are proud of them. Nigeria Eagles earned 3.5 billion naira in AFCON prize pool. Nigeria Super Eagles have earned 3.56 billion naira for finishing third at 2025 African Cup of Nations, following a 4-2 penalty shootout victory over Egypt in the bronze medal playoff in Casablanca. The match ended 0-0 in regulation time, with goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali emerging as the hero, saving 2 spot kicks to secure Nigeria's 9th AFCON third place first finish. Senegal were crowned champions for the second time in their history, edging host Morocco 1-0 after extra time in a dramatic final in Rabat. The decisive goal came 3 minutes into extra time when Pep Gueye struck a stunning left-footed effort from the edge of the area, silencing the packed stadium. Prize money for the 2025 edition saw a significant increase, with CAF President Patrick Motsepe announcing a record $10 million, that's 14.23 billion naira for the champions, up from $7 million, that's 9.96 billion naira in 2023. The runner-up, Morocco, received $4 million, that's 5.69 billion naira. Nigeria got $2.5 million, that's 3.56 billion naira, while fourth placed Egypt earned $1.3 million, that's 1.85 billion naira. Quarter finalists were awarded $800,000, 1.14 billion naira each. Teams finishing third in their group received $700,000, that's 996 million naira, and fourth in the group earned $500,000, that's 711 million naira. Entertainment. Family cancels burial plans for gospel singer Omije Ojumi. Plans for the burial of late gospel singer Bumi Akinanu, popularly known as Omije Ojumi, has been suspended following unresolved issues within her family. The development was announced by gospel artist Lanre Alewilese via his Instagram page on Saturday. This is to inform you that all plans and arrangements for the burial of our late sister and colleague, Lady Evangelist Bumi Akinanu, aka Omije Ojumi, by the burial planning committee have been totally cancelled, Alewilese wrote in the caption. He said the decision was taken due to issues arising from within the singer's family. This decision becomes necessary due to some issues arising from and within her family. We are deeply sorry and regret the inconveniences, the post added. Before the cancellation, Burial activities scheduled to hold in Lagos, including a service of song, candle night, procession, and tribute night on Tuesday, January 20th, at the LTV 8 ground in Ikeja, while a private interment for family members and close associates was planned for January 21st. Recap of the major headlines. Recapitalization. 20 banks in race to escape CBN hammer. 30 billion naira relief. Oil price politics as EDA drags Magide to EFCC. INC processed over Kubara impeachment plot. Thailand-based Nigerian fleeing drug trafficking trial arrested. Sports. Morocco fans stunned, disappointed as Senegal win African title. Eagles earn 3.5 billion naira in AFCON prize pool. Entertainment. Family cancels burial plans for gospel singer Omijo Ojime. Follow us on all our social media handles. Facebook at Ifako Radio, WhatsApp at Ifako Radio, X at Ifako Radio, YouTube at Ifako Radio, Instagram at Ifako_radio. For news reporting, contact us at ifakoradio@gmail.com or call our WhatsApp 091 2222 7433. Special thanks to the news producer Olanireti. Thanks for watching. I'm Olanireti Ololade. Have a productive Monday. God bless you.